Hi, I'm Lucy Rose and this is Sienna and we're from Warwick, and Sienna is our miracle baby. I had 3 miscarriages when we started trying for a family, and then we tried IVF after a whole host of other things before that. The IVF failed, and eventually we went to London and we had a round of IVF in London, and Sienna was a twin. Sadly we lost the twin, but Sienna is a result of that second round of IVF, and we couldn't be happier than having her here with us now. So can I explain the pioneering treatment that we had, which is in the form of an intralipid drip. We went to London and we met with Dr. George Naduke, who had been highly recommended to us. The treatment is an egg-based drip, and I had the drip a month or so before we had IVF and had egg collection, and then once they collected my eggs and then we had our embryos and the transfer, I continued having the drip until I was about 20 weeks pregnant. Usually people only have it until they're about 9 weeks pregnant, as far as I'm aware, but because during that time we lost one of the twins, George felt that it was important to have it for a little bit longer. So what is the intralipid drip? It is predominantly egg-based, and it's also white in colour, and therefore it has been linked in the past to being similar to that of mayonnaise. So explain how it felt when I finally got pregnant. We actually found out on our 3rd wedding anniversary, and it felt like 3 years felt like 11 years. We were absolutely over the moon, but also very, very cautious, because we had lost babies before. However, because we were under the treatment at the Zeta West clinic and that of George, I think both of us secretly sort of had an extra bit of confidence that this time was going to be different. How would I say Sienna's changed our life? I could talk about it for days. I particularly changed a lot during our journey. During our journey trying to start a family, I felt like the whole world was grey, and that's all I could see. And as soon as Sienna came along, all the colour came back into our world. Indescribable, really. So to briefly explain why we've decided to share our journey trying to start a family, is because during those 3 years we felt very, very lonely, very isolated. We didn't know anyone going through the same as us. I spent hours scouring the internet to try and find someone like me, and I didn't really. And so I felt that it was almost my duty to share what we'd been through for those others that go through similar. No one's story is ever going to be the same, but a lot of the feelings are. And since having shared my story, lots and lots of people have said that's just how I felt, and I really needed to speak to somebody like that. So I think it is important to talk about fertility, infertility, and the struggles that people do have starting a family, because it's not always as easy as it's made out.